Hello everyone, how are you? Good morning, seekers of self-knowledge. This is Fernanda from the Psalm channel speaking. For those who don't know, Psalm in Latin means I am. So I am, you are, we are, everything we want to be, everything we intend to be. Today I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Gemini, air sign, Gemini sign. It's a basic, specific reading, but a very valuable one. It's called the game of the month. So we can see how the month of May will be for the sign of Gemini. It's a major arcana, which will govern the energy, and we'll see how all areas of our life will be. Work, relationships, home life, money, and a piece of advice, which is the most important. I always say and repeat that there is no magic in a tarot reading. Tarot is a tool. What really matters is our effort, our willingness to improve, our attitudes in daily life. So let's get started. I am grateful. And I honor my spirituality. I honor my channel. I honor each and every person who is here. And I hope I can deliver the message that needs to be given to the sign of Gemini, to the people who are watching here. A major arcana card, please, tarot, that will govern the sign of Gemini in this month of May. It looks like it wants to jump out here. Let's see which major arcana card. I lit some incense here. I don't know if you can see it. To bring, to bring all the inspiration, all the spirituality, my entire spiritual collective, a collective of light, so that we can have a good reading. Let's go. The major arcana that will govern the sign of Gemini. Let's leave it here, in the middle. Now we're going to look at the areas of our lives, work, relationships, and other areas. How will it be in the month of May? Of course, if something comes up here, any obstacle or hindrance, that's exactly what the advice in this reading is for, so we can change those energies and make next month, June, a better month. That's what this tool, the tarot, is for. And that's how we build our month by month. That's how we build our journey here. Let's go. Marking for the month, how work will be during Gemini season. I'll move it over here because my space is small. How will relationships be for those who are in a relationship or for those who are single? Health. Social life for the month of Gemini. Home life. What is the advice that the that the sign of Gemini should embody this month of May? And how will it be for money, tarot? Great, let's go. Which arcana will rule your month? Wonderful, the Magician. The Magician is the one who starts something. The Magician is the one who acts, who knows how to negotiate, who takes initiative. So this might be the month when you need to act like the Magician arcana, take initiative, open up, new possibilities. Look beyond what you usually see, because the Magician is able to spot various opportunities. And this is the month when you can manifest whatever you desire, because what is above, as he points, is also below. Whatever you want to do here, up there, it's already been approved for you. The Magician is an excellent card, an excellent energy for beginnings, the start of things, the start of a project, the start of a relationship, the start of a job, whatever it is that you are hoping to begin in the month of May. Let's see work. Magician with Ace of Swords. For those who are working, for those who are employed, what does the magician say? Start new things. Be curious. The magician speaks a lot about curiosity, right? Seek new ways of working, new opportunities. The Ace of Swords, it talks about having a very rational mind, so you can do and act, put into practice what you've been wanting to do, what you've been aiming for. Let me give you an example. For example, I work and there's a store and I'm thinking about this store. I sell clothes, but in this store I want to add watches. Go ahead and do it, because here there are possibilities. He is a great negotiator. If you are a negotiator, negotiate this month what you have in mind, because the Ace of Swords, it speaks, right? Go, do it. Act on what is on your mind. If you have a wonderful business, go ahead and start your project, start your business. Do you want to change? Do you want to do things differently? Do things differently because it will work out very well. For those who are unemployed, what does the Ace of Swords ask for? It asks for action. It asks you to act with reason. But more than that, it asks you to take your plans off the paper. And the magician says, look at other possibilities. Look, the magician is the one who opens boxes. I open this opportunity. I open that opportunity. He keeps opening them. So for you who are unemployed today, I would say this. Oh, I only send my resume to that place, that store, that niche, because I want to work there. No. Look from other angles. Consider other types of jobs. Change the niche. Change direction. Be that magician. You know? Be curious about being able to do or explore other areas of your life. Start opening your mind to other possibilities. Send your resume to other places. But the magician always talks about beginnings for those who are unemployed. Something will come up. Okay? But remember, broaden your option. No, don't just stick to, I want this, this, and this. Look at everything. Look around you. All right? Let's look at relationships. For those who are married, dating in a committed relationship, whatever it is, as long as you identify it as a relationship. The Magician and the Eight of Pentacles. What does the Magician say about relationships? It asks you to use your creativity. If you're in a relationship that's feeling a bit dull, a bit fragile, use your creativity, because the Eight of Pentacles is a karmic card. I always say this, all eights are karmic. What does karmic mean? They change something in our lives. Whenever an 8 card appears, whatever we do will no longer be the same as it was before. The 8 of Pentacles speaks of a new beginning. A new beginning, start over, do it again, improve it. So here, for relationships, it asks you to use your creativity, make invitations. If you're used to just staying at home, invite your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, to go out. Start over. But restart this relationship in a different way, because when you begin to start over, to redo things, you will change this type of relationship, and for the better. So for those who are in a relationship, it really asks you to use your creativity in your relationship and start anew. But here, this new beginning, folks, is a refined one. The person already knows what to do. They already have experience, so they're going to improve that relationship. They're going to start over in a different way, and in a way that will have a much better outcome. It's as if the very structure of your relationship, is about to change. If today you're dating, something is going to happen. Oh, let's change our relationship. We're going to get engaged. All I know is that here you're being asked to be creative and to start over, to redo things, to do things differently. For those who are single, there are right opportunities. The magician is the one who flirts here, flirts there, flirts everywhere, right? Like I said at the beginning, he opens several boxes, so the magician opens several boxes. So there are several opportunities. Among them, this Eight of Pentacles really speaks about someone you may have already been involved with at some point. Since it's the card of redoing, starting over, someone from your past might show up wanting to start things over in a different way. As I said, it's a karmic card. This Eight of Pentacles, so this person who might appear will truly do things differently. It's the same person. Let's suppose that in the past when you had contact, this person made a mistake. With the Eight of Pentacles, they redo, they improve, and they don't make the same mistake again. So probably besides other opportunities that will come your way, Gemini, there is one that is meant for a new beginning. Then it's up to you to evaluate, right? So with someone you've already met, not necessarily someone you've had a relationship with, but maybe someone you've hooked up with, kissed. This person shows up again, okay? Health. I don't really like talking about health, but I'm just going to talk about the basics here, right? Because it's part of the game. Ten of Swords and the Magician. The magician is someone who does a lot of things, right, many things at the same time. And the Ten of Swords speaks of a sacrifice, of a certain pain. So just to sum up, because I think health isn't really something, right? Just be careful this month, the same of May, not to get hurt. Since the magician is always doing, be careful not to get hurt. Cuts, minor things, okay? Nothing too serious. Just pay attention to that, all right? Social life. The magician is the magician. Today I have the magician on my mind. Gemini is abandoning something. Social life, the magician refers to, someone who is always surrounded by others. The magician is someone who, in a good way, understand this, okay? The magician is someone who likes to talk, who likes to be in the spotlight, who likes to be seen, someone who talks and everyone pays attention. He is always in the spotlight in social life. Social life means your friends, the places you go. So the magician always wants to be the center of attention wherever he goes. So here it's another karmic card. Notice that in your reading, there's a lot about starting over, redoing things. Remember when I said that a karmic card is the one that changes the way we are? It changes behaviors, it changes people, it changes our lives. Here, geniuses, there is something for you. You're leaving something behind. The Eight of Cups is walking away and doesn't want to look back anymore. He doesn't look at the cups he left behind. But here, since we're talking about social life, what is it that's probably being left behind? Social life? Oh, guys, sorry. It's just that I'm recording on my phone, okay? Please ignore these messages. What is the magician leaving behind? Social life? No. He's leaving behind a behavior. Maybe this behavior of wanting to show off, wanting to be seen, always wanting to be the center of attention, right? The magician is the one who talks and everyone has to pay attention to him. And again, the Eight of Cups, a karmic card that says, I leave something behind because I see that maybe this thing isn't the best for me. It's a mistake, in quotes, and I change my behavior. It's not that you're abandoning your social life, but maybe you're letting go of this behavior of wanting to be the magician, of wanting to be in the middle of others, of wanting to talk, of wanting to draw attention. Maybe in your social life, you no longer want to expose yourself so much because maybe exposing yourself so much doesn't really bring any improvements to your life. So here you change a behavior, you change a way of being. Maybe you won't be that festive person anymore, the one who's always in the middle of others, who likes to draw attention, right? This behavior will be changed in the month of May. You'll realize that this is no longer so relevant to you, that it's not what brings you satisfaction anymore. Domestic life. Oh, how cute. Things are looking really good for you, Gemini, this month of May. Domestic life. What is domestic life? It's our home, our house itself, yes, also our house. It's where we live, whether I live with my husband, with my children, or I live with my father, with my mother, or I live only with my siblings. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you consider that place a home. Since this is about domestic life, yes, the card that talks about our domestic life in May, the Magician is always starting something, always working on something, doing something. I would say that in your residence, in your home, wherever it may be that you live, something is going to start. There will be an improvement. There will be an opportunity within your house. Or you might do a renovation. Or maybe you intend to move, because the Magician is very much like that, right? Oh, today I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'll do that. There is a change happening in your domestic life. I believe it could be a basic renovation. I'm going to paint a wall. I'm going to buy something new. This month of May, I want a new television, because the Ace of Pentacles always speaks of a beginning, something that is starting, something you do. And since it's a coin, we're talking about material things, right? And as for your personality, at home, you're that talkative person who likes to chat, who enjoys communicating, who's always looking to interact at home. So it's also a very good month for your domestic life. Oh, okay, Gemini? Let's see what the advice is. Advice. The advice is the son of the Magician. What is the Magician's advice? The Magician's advice is take risks. Right? Remember what I said about work? Go and do it. Take risks, look for new opportunities, start projects, start things that you've been keeping, that are on your mind, with a certain what? Flexibility. The advice from the Two of Pentacles, we need to combine both houses, both cards. The advice from the Two of Pentacles is be flexible. Look for opportunities. Understand that maybe what isn't happening today is because it's not meant to happen that way. That's why the Magician says, adapt, look, add new things, give it a try. Sometimes you keep trying and trying, like I want to do it this way, just like I mentioned back in the house, the card of our work card, right? That fixed mindset, having a fixed idea. No, do it differently. The Two of Pentacles always asks you to be adaptable, to have flexibility. When starting something, when taking a new initiative, it kind of adapts to the situation in this month of May. So the advice is for you to look from other perspectives. Open your mind, open new boxes. Be flexible in all areas of your life. Try to adapt to this scenario, because things will get better next month, which will be June. Okay? Let's look at money. I said it. I was imagining this. Money. Only the Magician, for money, the Magician represents that, look, a negotiator. He's a great negotiator. Money shows up. If there isn't any, the Magician makes it appear, people, from somewhere. He sells a bike here. He grabs something there and makes something out of it. He makes do with what he has, so to speak. Money with the Three of Pentacles means there's help for you. The Three of Pentacles talks a lot about partnership, Gemini sign. What would a partnership be? It would be someone who comes to help you with what you need. Let's put it this way. Oh, I have a store. And I want, like I said in the example here, I sell clothes, but I want to sell a watch. Someone who is a specialist in this subject. We're talking about watches and will show up to help you. Here, since we're talking about money, there could be a partnership that wants to join you in a business. If I need money to open my store, a partnership will appear. If I want to take out a loan, here it's the bank. The Three of Pentacles is always help from a third party. Someone comes and someone helps you. It will show up, you'll be able to get financing. Oh, I need money, I can't get financing. Someone in your family helps you. Three of Pentacles, someone always helps you. But be a little careful with this magician energy when it comes to money, because with the magician, money comes just as easily as it goes. Because the magician has a certain trait, which is, I get bored of things easily. For example, I start today, I buy a bicycle, and today I go out riding that bike. After a week, oh, that wasn't the bike I wanted. Then he goes and gets interested in something else, which is what I mean when I say the magician opens up several little boxes. You know? He's always looking for new things. So be careful not to have that energy of sometimes, spending unnecessarily and then realizing it wasn't what you wanted. Maybe that's why this month calls for a certain flexibility, a bit of adaptability, and some careful evaluation for you. And here, when it comes to money, you will have some help, which to me also strongly relates to the work area, to your job. As they say, for you to start, this is the month to start something new, the month to put your projects into practice, to take them off the page. Here, it's about action. The Ace of Swords says, go out there and do it. Someone may show up here who helps you with this venture. Well, it's a simple game, it's a quick game, but it's a very, very decisive game. If you follow this month's advice, remember that you are starting things right, with a certain flexibility, assessing, seeing if it's necessary. The Two of Pentacles evaluates. The month of June, probably, the sign of Gemini, will be the best month, depending on your choices. That's why I always say that tarot is not magic. Things don't just happen. It's about self-knowledge. It gives us guidance, shows us where we need to go, what changes we need to make in our lives. And we make those changes gradually until we manage to improve our lives. Will there be obstacles? Always. We're on Earth, right? There will always be obstacles, but that's what tarot helps us with, so that we can reconcile and gradually change our behaviors, and in doing so, improve. I thank you all. I thank each one of you who are here. There's something I didn't mention. When I have a larger number of subscribers, I will hold a monthly giveaway. 2 readings for each zodiac sign per month. Basic readings. It's a reading with a specific question. The person who is selected will ask their question. I'll get in touch. Right? The question that is the biggest obstacle in their life. I'll contact you privately and send the reading, okay? I do not do private readings. The purpose of this channel is just that, so that we can grow together and help each other. I honor this channel. I honor my spirituality, and I honor each and every person who is here. See you next month, Gemini signs.